So
Okay.
tonight we have on Michelle Myrda on the Cryptid Quest Podcast, and she's got some tales she wants to tell us. And right now you're at a haunted bar. Is that it?
Well, actually, it's a location on Sage Lake in Michigan, in Upper Michigan, and it was a speakeasy in the Al Capone Purple Gang days back in the Prohibition era, and it's 130 years old. And I live very nearby here, and it's my frequent haunt as well as some other perhaps unseen spooky things. But yeah, if anything weird happens,
That's
it's
that's very
like,
cool.
yeah.
And I probably should introduce my wife, Krista, and we've all talked on the phone together, and she's going to join us on the interview tonight.
Hey, babe.
Hey,
Say hey.
Hi.
So, where would you like to start? Because I know you've got several tales to tell, and man, we want to hear them.
I do. And just a little housekeeping stuff and a little bit about me is my background and my career are in the medical field.
Okay.
So decades and decades in the medical field. And so I'm a scientific mind and a healthy skeptic. So anything that I've experienced comes from a place of a highly sensitive person, but a highly logical and a balanced, like feeling sensory person. So like what I'm trying to say with that is um, I have clairsentience. So I feel things like energies and experience things that way. And on
Empathetic.
yeah, and on occasion, I see things. And when I do, what I do is like my own personal tool is immediately write it down immediately so that my mind does not fill in the gaps and create memories that are perhaps um, expounded upon, that are perhaps, you know, not exactly the way it occurred in the first place.
I got you.
So I do like to write everything down that happens to me that I really feel
Yeah.
was quite shocking, and your mind. I mean, I've studied the mind, and it says, it wants to tell you logically that what you just saw is perhaps unbelievable. And so a lot of people will discount things. They will not express things. They will not talk about certain things they've experienced because they feel like they won't be believed.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a sad truth in our existence. I mean, many people, almost everyone I've ever spoken to, experiences something they can't logically explain.
Hundred
So
percent.
yeah,
Hundred
yeah.
percent.
So I wrote down verbatim, like a moment or two later after I experienced something in 2022. And I experienced it with someone. I had someone at my side, a family member, a relative, and it struck us both. And we're both empathetic people. We're both highly sensitive people. We experienced the energy around us, and when we saw this thing, we were like, wow, like that was not a natural occurrence. That was something special we were meant to see in that moment. And so I documented it and just a really brief description. And so I wrote it down for y'all. I'll read it when you're ready for me to.
Heck yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna let you play this out how you want. I mean, because I know you have
Yeah,
a lot of stories to tell, or
yeah.
not experiences. I don't like saying stories because story sounds like it's fake, but an experience. So
No, this happened to me and my family member. And I had the exact date and time and everything. So I started doing that back in 2022, started time stamping, dating everything. and I've had several experiences since then. The one that I really want to tell you about, the coolest experience I've had, I can't find it where I wrote it, but I'm gonna.
Okay. Well,
Get it?
the main thing I really want to hear about, but I really would like to save it to the last, is the Thunderbird.
I know that's the one.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
Describe to you. I mean, I was writing down the speed of the thing, the latitude, longitude, like the directional way it was going. Like I sat down after it happened. I mean, I was writing it all down.
That's awesome. That's
But
cool.
this-
Save that for last.
Okay.
All right.
Well, this happened to me in October of 2022, specifically October 2nd. So I'm gonna read this to y'all
All right.
verbatim.
Yep.
54 Eastern Standard Time. Two of us witnessed the same surreal black humanoid cryptidish appearing thing upright, just entering Petoskey, Michigan. Disappear into a tree line that opened into an open field. And as we drove past, less than a moment later, it had completely disappeared without a trace or movement in the foliage. It appeared unnatural, very dark in color, large shape, and high, strange movement. We both had a feeling that it was not a coincidence or an imagined sighting. It was something that could not be easily explained. That's exactly what I wrote, like within a moment or two of it happening.
So when you say about strange movement, what
Yeah.
what do you mean by that?
So when I've watched, I'm really skeptical about video evidence of potential like cryptid sightings or unusual animal sightings or creature sightings, whatever you want to call it. And so I've seen video of things that move, say like a primate, more so than even like an upright walking creature with that primate type gait, like almost ape-like, but even more human than that. But it was just the odd movement. It just was. It almost was in slow motion, kind of thing. Where it just. I mean, it happened in moments, and
Like
it was
very fluid?
passenger. Yes, was out the passenger side window of the car I was in. And I'm thinking we were traveling maybe 35 miles an hour because we were just entering the city limits. And so we weren't going that fast. And we were pretty close to it if you think about the velocity, the speed versus when I actually passed and looked for the thing on the side of the road and it was gone. I mean, it was a shallow tree line. I remember that clearly. And I looked and was like, did you just see that? And we were like, wow.
So how far away do you think you were?
That's hard for me to say. I'm a terrible judge of like
It's
distance.
okay.
I mean, I have to rely on my Google Maps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What a half a mile looks like. I'm getting better at it though.
All right. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I know.
So
I don't.
so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it really was. And just being a sensory person, being a sensitive person, I mean, you just know in your heart of hearts, I just saw something special.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get to see. And it was meant for me to see, Yeah. And I mean, it could bring me to tears right now, just thinking about the fact I got to see something like that. Because as I looked over into that field and saw absolutely nothing, just open space right straight through that shallow tree line. And I'm like, where did that thing just go? It's no longer with us right now.
I don't
You
know if
know,
you can see, but I actually do have a tear coming out my eye, so I understand.
for real. I feel that with
Yeah.
it too.
So, and is that and I'm assuming that was your Bigfoot experience or your sighting? Yeah, I
That's
would
what
think that's what it was.
people. I talked to someone last night who said to me that biblically, October 2nd is significant.
Hmm.
It's
Really?
significant. And probably will be this year for me because that day, for some reason, always brings incredibly extraordinary experiences for me. We'll just put it like that.
That's pretty cool.
The guy I was talking to said October 2nd, and he didn't know. He didn't know my stories or my experiences.
Yeah.
He didn't know. And so, I mean, when he said that, I was like, really? I mean, anyways, so we were talking about what I was talking with this fella about what he believes
Mhm.
about things that we experience or that other people experience that they see, feel, hear, smell, that others don't. And he's like, fallen angels, extraterrestrials. We were talking about the whole, it's like what people, and I mean, it's different experience for everyone. Everyone's,
Definitely.
and they experience the world in a unique way.
Hmm.
It's all based on our life experiences. What we're capable of, what we believe we're capable of, and what we know to be true. And what I saw was true. It really truly happened, and I saw it. I mean, I'm not gonna claim to be an expert and say that it was this, that.
Who is?
I don't know. No.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Well, you're just one of the lucky ones
I
because not a. I mean, I know a lot of people have had sightings, but I don't think anybody's truly an expert. So
no.
don't think you're alone on that because you know I haven't even seen one. I know I've been in the existence of one, but I've not
I
seen it.
were. There's no doubt in my mind you were.
Yeah.
I saw your story. I was like, huh.
Yeah. Something happened, and that was in October too. So it wasn't
It's
October 2nd; it was October 13th.
one of my lucky days.
There you go. Uh, so now, is that the only time you've ever had like a Bigfoot encounter,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
yeah?
it truly was. And
That's fine because you know what?
just there are other human beings here, and I don't mind to speak in front of them. That's fine. But I
Okay.
am a public establishment, and so people might randomly walk up here and say hello or
Oh no,
walk.
you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Have at
We're
it.
not worried about it. I
Be
mean,
comfortable.
I'm not
yeah,
not either. I'm just telling my truth, y'all.
it's all
I'm
good. So
verbal, and if they don't like it, cool.
yeah.
There's the door.
Right? Yeah.
What's
So
So
this saying? Don't let the. Uh, oh, shit, I forget. Never
I
mind.
don't know. Next on the agenda is so have you've had ghost encounters?
Yeah, I'm curious.
yeah,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind telling any of those?
right. I guess the near and dear to my heart one includes others that it's too personal, so I can't. But
No, that's
I've been
fine.
It's okay.
What?
asked for remain anonymous. So just not to, ruffle any feathers. But um, in 2021, my body was trying to succumb to a potentially deadly illness, y'all.
Oh
And
wow.
I said, absolutely not. Mm-mm. Am I going to succumb to that? I'm not. So, but I was very, very ill to a
Sorry.
degree that I almost didn't make it. But that day, and this was an apparition, and I've heard of can't remember what it's called. There's a term somebody gave it, and it's kind of like a trauma experience where if you're near the end of your life, literally,
Yeah.
that you will see things, hear things, smell things that you normally wouldn't experience. And so in 2021, I'm thinking it was in probably November. I'm guessing I didn't write all that down, but I had a Florence Nightingale full apparition come to my bedside where I was bedbound and hold a hand out like this. And it was almost like there wasn't like a solid thing there, like a platter or something like that, but it was almost like something was being handed to me by in like some kind of Florence Nightingale period outfit. And I mean, it was symbolic to me at the time. It felt like it was someone potentially I knew or knew of me. I don't. It's hard to describe, but it was almost like I was being handed my life back, and it was like, this is how you're gonna do some medical research. You're gonna, in my mind, I was running through. I'm gonna research what's gonna medically turn this situation around, y'all, and I did. It was almost like you're a highly intelligent, medically trained person. You can you can turn what happened to you around, and so I did.
That's awesome. So how did you do that?
Oh,
Yeah, well, you brought it up, so we got to know.
so
If you
I
don't mind sharing, I mean,
incredibly big virus at the end of 2019, the day after Christmas, December 26, 2019. I came down with bilateral pneumonia infections in my sinuses, my eyes, my mouth, my throat, my entire body was just viciously infected. And it took just a really long time with detoxing my body from, crap foods.
yeah,
Highly processed foods were triggering me to be extremely ill. Stress was triggering me to be extremely ill. My environment had a lot to do with it. Mold in the home, da 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 da, had begun to occur because I couldn't take care of it because I was ill. It was like this insidious, like it was uh, like I don't know how
no,
I survived it all now to talk about it even. But I was like, I'm going to just purify my body. I'm going to get into a non-stressful situation as much as I humanly could. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to study the things that I want to. I'm going to do all the things I want to. I had to take a lot of time off of working, and I had to do just a crap ton of research on remedies that don't cost money. And that's what I did.
well, hey, at least you got it
Yeah,
done.
yeah, I
I'm
Cool.
did.
so proud of you.
You, me too. I wouldn't have been here without the medical background I had and the knowledge I had and the wherewithal to research the things that I did.
That's so awesome. So, whoops, I just bumped the mic. Sorry. Um, so what else do you have in your little notebook of secrets?
Inquiring minds want to know.
Well, I mean, we can do a preview of the Thunderbird experience because that above and beyond all was like the evidence I personally needed to say that just wow. I don't have the words, or human words. So it was in the fall. I was in Tennessee. I was in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Okay.
A second floor apartment with a balcony. And I got to see outdoors a lot. It was a beautiful apartment, beautiful balcony. It overlooks a nice big hill with, it was a fancy apartment.
Yeah.
Okay.
But okay, so I had to walk my doggy. I had a doggy, Rudy, at the time, my whippet. And so I had to walk him quite, he had some bladder issues, but not bad. But I had to take him upstairs and out to where, this opened up and I could see the sky. And I love to look up at the sky. I love to look at the stars. I love to see what I can see. It's unusual or beautiful, whatever. So I was looking up at the sky and I saw a very large object, a very large. I mean, in my perspective, from what I was looking at up in the sky, it would have been the size of a Cessna airplane.
Oh,
Wow.
my father
Yeah.
used to fly me in 152 with Cessna all the time, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so an ex of mine,
Excuse me.
he loved his RC airplanes. So I know what those look like in the sky. Those look like turning around. I know what drones look like, y'all. I've seen all the kids would fly drones right up to the balcony. I know what that stuff looks like and how it appears. And I'm walking my doggy and I'm looking up the sky. I see something that is flying fast and furious. And it is making maneuvers. I mean, they're more like bird-like maneuvers. And I mean, you can't see me do it, but it was flapping wings, y'all. It was flapping wings. Slowly, but it was moving. It was moving fast. It went miles in no time flat. I remember it was after 10 o'clock p.m., in the fall, likely, closing in on wintertime, I believe. I'll have to find it to get back with you on the details. But that had a red glow around it that was not lights. It wasn't like airplane or like RC or any kind of blinky lights. It was a red glow to it. And, your logical mind says, no, it wants to explain it away with, you don't even see that. Like, it's like, what, a logical mind immediately says, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What is that? But I just was speechless. Like, I just stared at it and then went immediately. I flew back up to my apartment because I did not take my cell phone there. Of course, to hit a video, it was a cell phone free moment, right?
Yeah,
Dog. Just gonna go on back, not even take part in my photography habit or anything like that. So, I didn't have my phone with me. Of course, that's when it shows itself to you when you are not ready for it.
exactly.
You capture it like that, right?
Well,
That's what my experience is.
then a lot of times too, when something like that happens, you're so engulfed in what's going on that I don't even know if you would have thought about it if you'd had your phone, or maybe you would have. I don't know that I would have.
They would have, because I like to try and capture nature photography and this and that and the
well,
other. If a tiny little butterfly is gonna, I'm going, I'm trying to capture.
There you go. There you go.
That's with my picture and video, my photography and video capture, but that was something that did not want to be videotaped. Yeah. I mean, if it has its own will, it did not want me to capture it like that. But I did document what I saw.
So, I when you saw it, you said it glowed. Was it the entire thing glowing?
Entire thing, an
Wow.
aura.
The aura.
And you said that it was like the wings were
Yes.
moving.
Like if you see like a, Spielberg film, with
Wow.
and it's going fast and it's zooming miles. This thing went miles.
So
Past the, just way down the road, like where till I couldn't see it no more.
oh wow. So like when you first spotted it, I mean, can you tell me about? I know you're bad at distance. We already had this conversation.
Yeah.
But I mean, was it like right above you? Was it like?
It came from behind, I believe.
Oh, behind.
I'll have to find what I wrote.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it came from behind, and it was, or from the side and behind, from where I was at. And I mean, it just, oh, it was,
So about how long of a
Trail.
visual encounter was it?
I don't want to answer it. I'm like one of those, like very wise, skeptical people that don't want to make stuff up and then find my
Yeah,
own.
I don't want you to make anything up.
No, just your best guess. We know you're not making shit up.
Um, it really took place in just moments.
Oh
So it
wow.
cleared miles and miles and miles and moments.
Wow. That's so cool.
It's pretty cool.
Man,
Yeah.
you're supposed to say the best for last.
Yeah.
But no, that man, that's the meat and potatoes I've been trying to get to. That's why we're doing this interview. I mean,
No.
obviously you.
Notes on that.
What's that?
Wait to find my notes on that. We can talk about it again.
Yeah, you
Heck
can
yeah.
always get
Heck yeah.
contact with me too.
Oh yeah. We can,
Yeah.
anything you want to add on to this, we can add on to the end of the episode and everything.
I'm gonna duck out.
Okay. Mwah.
You checking out?
Love you.
All right.
Yes. I'm gonna duck out and let you
Oh,
talk.
You're gorgeous. To put a face.
She said
on a
you're
person-
gorgeous.
Put a face.
Aw,
On,
thank you.
All right.
You're pretty too.
Bye, babe.
thank.
All
All
right.
right. So down to you and me.
Okay. You want one more really nice ghost story?
Heck yeah. Of course I do.
Okay. So this one is near and dear to my heart. Okay. So I had two whippets, and father and son. Their names were Bliss and their call names. Bliss was a show dog. She was a grand champion show dog.
Yeah.
And you put her anywhere where there's an audience. I mean, at the vet's office, like anywhere. She would stand herself up on the table. Like she was this, I mean, she was a diva. Big time. Like her obedience training. She was grand champion in obedience and all this. So, like, every morning before I would get ready for work, her pattern was I'd start my hair dryer, and she would get down between my legs and stand there and press up against me until I would blow dry her already dry hair. And then she'd be fine, and she'd go get in her kennel, and I'd get ready for work. And so she was always wanting to be primped and, proceed on stuff. But let's see, the day that I want to describe was after Bliss had passed on. And I was in bed, and I was sitting on the edge of like our California King bed, blow drying my hair on the edge of the bed, and pretty firm mattress, truly. So it was kind of hard to feel like a lot of weight unless there was quite a bit coming across the bed. So I've got my head upside down, and I'm blow drying my hair, and Rudy was not on the bed, so there was no one else there, and I felt a weight come up behind me, and I felt a paw go down my back, and I was like, "Hey, Bliss, wow, wait a second, day of all days," and so I believe that the energy of our past on pets, loved ones, I mean, they can visit us in the way that we can experience it. And since I'm a sensory person and I have that gift curse of clairsentience, she knew how to reach me and let me know that she was still with me. So I don't fear death. I don't fear anything like that. Like, I'm not scared of it because I know that our energy transforms, however way that is. So yeah, that was one of my cool dog ghost stories.
I love that. I love that.
Me too. I loved it too.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad you've shared that with us too, because I know there's a lot of pet lovers out there. I mean, I love my pets, always have,
Yeah. And when I see in rapid succession, like his name over and over and over again, or his nicknames over and over and over again, I mean, I take that as a sign as well. Like they're saying hello. things that just warm my heart and make me know that, we're never gone. Never gone.
No, we're never gone. That I do believe. I do
I'm a
believe.
nerd. I'm a total, absolute geeky science nerd who is all into quantum physics and all that and the whole 9 yards. I mean, we're never gone.
Yeah. No, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I like your vibe, and I love your experiences. I mean,
Too.
that was so cool for you to share all that with us tonight.
My humble pleasure to be alive today to do that.
Heck yeah. Well, Michelle, is there anything you want to promote while you're on here? Is there any things you want to tell people where they can find you or look at what you're putting out there?
No, I'm not really about promoting myself.
All right.
I mean, watching Cryptid Quest for sure.
Okay, well, thank you.
Great. And I'm gonna rock everybody's world.
Yeah, I mean, we do a little humble show.
I promote kindness. I promote just authenticity, vulnerability, and I promote kindness to animals.
Definitely.
And I mean, that's all I'm about.
Definitely. I love your message. I love it, love it, love it. And well, I want to thank you so much for coming on tonight, Michelle. And I'm sorry my wife isn't here again to tell you goodbye. She probably had to go smoke a cigarette. But she's having a nicotine fit, but that'll be okay.
I am too, right about now.
All right. Well, then you can go have one here in a minute. But hey, everybody out there. Well, sorry. Go ahead.
Get to walk right out this back door, right now in the Sage Lake, y'all.
There you go.
Where I'm at a little bit. Here are detectives out there.
Detectives?
On a spooky location and stay.
Well, if you catch anything on Vibe or camera, let us know.
I will.
Right.
Tons of orbs, tons of things here.
Because I love ghost stories more than you know.
I feel tons of energy here.
I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, being a speakeasy back in the day.
Why you get a nicotine craving? Because it gets.
Yeah, you probably smelling nicotine from back in the day when the old gangsters were there.
Like a really cool vintage guitar, a cigar ashtray back here.
There you go.
Well, that's cool.
That
People
is
should come
cool.
here.
That is cool.
Canyons, Lakeside, to Michigan.
What's that? I didn't catch that.
Canyons, Lakeside Resort in Lupton, Michigan.
Oh, there you go. Give it an advertisement. No, you ain't got to whisper it. Shout it out.
It's on the
Northwest
side of the
northwest side of the lake. My buddy Dirty over there told me it's on he's on it. That's my producer.
I believe in 2021. Favorite lake.
There you go.
One lake.
That's very cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Michelle. We're gonna post all this stuff on the end of the podcast. We'll even give the place a little kick at the end.
Yep.
We'll add it on. Hell yeah. So thank you again. Me and my buddy Dirty over here, we enjoyed our conversation a lot. And she's waving at you, Dirty. So, and you know what? Hey, if anybody else out there has got a tale they want to tell, get a hold of us on Facebook or get a hold of us on our email, which is right here. And we're going to do it again. And everybody else out there,
keep it creepy.
shadows creep. I'm trying to find the legend that the people keep. Bigfoot's the name, got a story to tell. Footprints in the mud, can't you hear the bell? Whispers in the night, can you feel that chill? Bigfoot on the run, he's a legend, keep it real. Bigfoot, yeah, he's the talk of the town. Creeping through the trees, never wearing a frown. Legend of the forest, he's got a big stride. As the trap beats thump, you know he's got pride. Like I'm on a quest, searching for the homie, you know he's the best. Got my camera ready, heightened senses on blast. Snap a shot of Sasquatch, legend unsurpassed. Eyes in the dark, you can't catch what you can't see. King of the woods, living wild and free. Bigfoot, yeah, he's the talk of the town. Creeping through the trees, never wearing a frown. Legend of the forest, he's got a big stride. As the trap beats thump, you know he's got pride.